What's going on, guys? Here's a video about the morning meeting at 7:45 and some of the outlines of how we do things. So the morning meeting is a five-part. The morning meeting is a five-part process. And what essentially it does is there is the part where you gather the team, the part where you train, the part where you discuss it as a group, the part where you go over the workflow board, which is the second board that tells you what's going on in the shop, and finally leaving the team on the same page to attack the day. So let's get right into it. The morning meeting starts at 7:45 a.m. in the command room or the office, and you want to get the team together. That's the first part. You get everyone inside, assembled by 7:45. That's the cue that everybody should be there, ready to roll, and assembled. You got to make sure that the team knows that 7:45 is the time. It's not 7:47. It's not 7:49. 7:45, you start. Hey, how's it going, guys? Another day. Let's kick ass. How's everyone doing? Go around, make sure everyone's cool. That should take you about 3-4 minutes. Just go around quickly. How's everyone doing? Anyone not feeling well? Easy to say, right? If someone's like, I think I'm feeling horrible. It's like, dude, maybe we should talk after the meeting. The second part, it should take about 5-10 minutes depending on the video, maybe 15, or a procedure. So you have two options at part 2 here. You can go either the route that you train on a process from the Shop Bible, or you can go the route of watching a video such as this one. And essentially what it will do is you have to focus on what you think your shop needs, unless there's an assignment for that week. Some weeks what I'll do is I'll tell the guys, hey, I want you guys to focus on such videos or such processes I want you to present on. But 90% of the time I like to let the guys do their own thing, the managers do their own thing, the team do their own thing. So that allows you to pinpoint what went wrong the week or the day before and say, guys, you know what, I noticed yesterday that our QC processes were really going down the drain. Let's talk about how a QC process works. And this is where you will put up the procedure from the Shop Bible or multiple procedures, and you'll go on the board. This is very important. If you go the route of training yourself, you have to use the board, and you have to copy the procedure from the Bible onto the board and go down each point. And if you remember, all the processes are only 1 page long so that you can just cover the whole thing in about 5 minutes. And you put it on the board and you say, hey guys, here's what's going on. And here is how this works, and you just go line by line, and the process are very self-explanatory. If you go the route, that's the route of you training yourself. The other route is you go through a video. You go on YouTube and you play one of the videos that, again, is relevant to your store, unless, again, I otherwise directed you to. And same thing, when the video is done or the whiteboard is done, when the video is done, you say, all right, guys, hope that was helpful. And while the video is playing, you're taking down 2 to 3 highlights. This is what Zane's trying to say in the video, and here's the main components of this video. And you share that with the team. Hey guys, the video's done. Here's what I think Zane said in this video. This is my opinion. You could go that route, and you could say this is how it works. Now, you get into part 3. This is a group discussion. You could say, what do you guys think? That's what I thought. What do you guys think? And what I would tell you is encourage the team to ask by asking thoughtful questions. Like, hey man, how do you guys think this applies to our store? Or how do you think this is going to help us make more money? Or how do you think this is going to make our lives easier? Hey, how do you think we compare to what was said on that video or in this training? How do you guys feel? How do you guys think? What do you guys think this will do? These are all open-ended questions, and encourage everybody to participate. This will probably take about 5 to 10 minutes depending on your team. And again, summarize the discussion, go back to the key points when that is all done. That'll allow you to wrap up the training, which is a wonderful thing. So again, you start up by going around, make sure everyone's feeling cool. Then you play the training. You can go the option of teaching on the whiteboard or going the video route, summarize it, and then ask the team open-ended questions. When all that is done, go back to summary so they remember what the whole point of the video was. And now you can have everyone get up, walk over to the workflow board with the magnets, and here you're going to go right into the assignments for today. So you want to talk about all the cars that have to have parts ordered, all the cars that have to be sold and called, cars that have to be completed, and whatever, shuttles, pickups, etc. And you go down, and what I want you to do is I want you to put magnets under the right person, and make sure that if you are, let's say your lead tech didn't show up, you need to assign who the lead tech's going to be for today, or at least do the role of that person. And same thing for service advisor. If you don't have one of your writers or FCA's not in, then you want to assign those tasks and say, hey man, today you're going to do so-and-so's job because so-and-so is not in, and everyone else will work together to fill in the work that you normally do. So that way you're putting the right man on the right seat on the bus. Very important thing to do. Now, as far as the workflow board, you guys know that the way I run the board is very regimented. Generally, what I like to do is when a morning meeting occurs, I like to write down all the cars that have to be done. And I like to write this down, the technician's name, the car, the dollar amount, and the time that it has to be done by. And I ask that from the technician, hey man, when do you think this car you could have it done by? Well, what is it? It's this. Dude, give me 3 hours. It's 8:15. What do you think, about 11:30? Yeah, 11:30. Great. Bobby, 11:30. We don't have a Bobby, but you know what I'm saying. The same goes for service advisors. Hey, Thomas, we do have a Thomas. Say, hey, can you have all these cars? These are all under your thing. Can you make sure that these are all called and maximized? And you take spirit of lead tech. You take Masood, can you please make sure these cars are all inspected and given to me, and I'll make sure that Thomas gets those dispatched. And those are the cars under your name, Mesco. These are all the cars under Thomas's name, and you line those up on the board so it's visually seen. What we said verbally is physically on the board, which this is called the pinnacle of nonverbal communication, because what we discuss, you can actually see it on the board. All right, Masood's doing these cars, Thomas is doing those cars, Billy's doing these cars, Brandon's doing these cars, and you can actually look at the whole board and you can actually see, without talking, who's doing what and also by when. It's a complete system. And if you start the day that way, what you will have in front of you is somebody can walk up to the board at 9 a.m. and be like, all right, I know exactly what everyone's doing and what I'm doing, and by when I have to do it, which cars I have to do, and in what order I have to do, because usually the top, the car that's number one is the first one, then the second, the third. That allows you to already stay locked in, starting in the morning first thing, right? So you do training, you do the workflow, and from there on, you wrap up the day. Be like, all right, guys, we're going to have the next meeting at 2 p.m. But now, does everybody know what they're doing? And that's the last thing I always say is, does everybody know what they're doing? And I look around, and if someone looks like they just got a deer in headlight, and hey, man, do you know what you're doing? Actually, I don't. All right, man, let's go over your role again. Can someone help me explain what he's doing today? All right, man, this is what you're doing. Great. Are you clear now, sir? Yes, sir, I'm clear. Great. Is everybody clear? Once again, everybody's clear. Guys, if I finish with this, I'm going to tell you this right now. I've always been a huge believer in expecting the best. Prepare for the worst, but expect the best. I tell the guys, today we're going to do X, Y, Z. If you've worked with me in a shop, you already know that when I start a morning meeting, and I love the last part of the meeting because I am so proud to be a part of the team. And I'm so proud that we're able to stay organized. We did the training. We stayed organized. The day's already started on the best possible way you can. So we started the day on the best foot. I know for a fact that we're going to crush today. Here's our goal in sales that I'd like to do. Now, this is unofficial, but you can do this. I'd like to do 20, 25 grand today, guys. Minimum 15, ideally 25. And I know we're going to kick ass today. We're going to do this today, and leave it on a motivational or a confident route. Remind them that they are the best in this industry. And that's how I like to do it. Because again, once you have the training down and once you have the organization down, all you need is just some fuel now. I believe in you guys. I believe in us. Let's go kick ass. If anybody needs anything, I'm here for you. Let's go get after it. And that's the end of the morning meeting for me. I love doing morning meetings. I think it's the best thing, one of the best things for me. Because it lets you, there's just so many virtues. It allows us the day to start on the same note. You align everybody, you get everyone pumped up. There's just such good things that come out of it. And I truly believe that's one of the things that makes our stores so special. A lot of guys, when they come, they're like, dude, so you guys are so locked in. The moment you walk in, there's no ambiguity. And that's what makes our store special, where a lot of guys walk in, if 90% of the shops you go to, half the team's not even awake till 11 o'clock. And they're meandering in the morning, 2 to 3 hours. They're just wasting time roaming around. No one's going on. No one knows what's going on. 2 guys are just after it. The other 2 guys are confused. The other 2 guys are getting frustrated because they don't know what's going on. That all gets eliminated just by doing this one thing. And if you just watch this 9-10 minute video, you can learn how to do that and eliminate that chaos, and you get another 2-3 hours of production that other shops don't. You add that up over the course of a year. That's millions of dollars for you and your teams. I hope that helps, guys. I'll see you on the next video.